Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working on building things. There is this war in heaven going on. We're not too concerned about it right now, although we're a little concerned. Mostly because these are 700k fleets, right? Well, down here they are. Up here they're about 600k, somewhere around there. That is definitely still concerning. So that is understood. This agri-world, however, needs housing. So we're going to build an agriculture district there. And this factory world needs housing as well, so an industrial district sounds correct. What else do we have? Well, there's this generator world here. We'll just upgrade this energy nexus, but it's housing that we need, so we'll put in a generator district first. And then that looks great for now. Okay, so we've got orbital docks here, right. We put in an anchorage, and then this is Ojlar Secundus. Right, this is a tech world. So we're going to put in a Giga Mall here. It's not great, but there's not really a good way to optimize a tech world, which is kind of remarkable. So that seems fine for the moment. We, of course, have quite a lot of constructions underway here, and that is going to overall boost up... I want to go up to fastest speed. There we go. That is overall going to boost up our naval capacity a decent amount, which is good. We want that.
Handshake protocols activated.
Okay, migration treaty proposal. We decline that. We would like to do it, but we are not in a position to do that as of this moment. So that sounds good for right now. Okay, so the Wave Skimmer 2 here, that is in Euchromia. So the Science Nexus site is 82% done. And we are finishing up some of these star bases. Azeroth. Yes, we need to come out here and upgrade that to a Starhold immediately. So that looks great. And our next construction being finished is probably going to be... The Science Nexus site in Euchromia will be soon. But it's going to take a little while yet. That's a slow construction. I'm thinking it might actually end up being the Wave Skimmer 3 that is done next. What is going on in Holibray? Why is this flashing repeatedly? What do you got going on, Holibray Prime? Yeah, you're a generator world.
Construction complete.
I don't see why you're yelling at us. Okay. Well, that's exciting. I don't know what's happening with that. I don't think there's actually anything happening here. It's just very confused. Yep. Okay, we're just going to have to live with that, I guess. Maybe it would go away if we reloaded the game? Because I don't think that's anything that we can do anything about. I don't know. The game didn't load up the first time I tried to load it today. It just got stuck. And then it actually did load. So maybe that has something to do with it. Let's make a save and reload, and let's see if this goes away, because this is very annoying to me. I will be right back. Okay, so I reloaded the game, and it got stuck again, and then I restarted the game, and it loaded up. I think we're running into some issues with updating midstream. That can happen. Hopefully they iron themselves out, but for now it seems to be okay. This went away, however, an event popped up here, the Miracle of Life. So this is... we added another Nema. Okay. I thought we already were at our capacity, but sure. And now this is stuck on again. Well, hopefully it'll go away after a while. That's the best I can say at this point. The Nema event popped again as soon as we loaded, and that was a thing. So we could just reload and have it... Okay, Giga Cannon's finished, sure. We could just reload and have this be something that we ignore. Because if we don't mess with the event, it doesn't do anything. So that is definitely something to think about. Another option... I wonder if it's going to re-trigger that event every time I restart the game. I don't know. We'll have to find out. For now, let's just grab, say, Juggernauts. That'll be reasonable for the time being. But we do want to upgrade to Giga Cannons. So we need to go into our ship designer. And do we have an X size in our battleships? No, we do not. Okay. We could do a spinal mount bow on them, and that's probably a good thing. So we would do that, and then we would put in Giga Cannons here. Perfect. And then we would run not Ancient Suspension Shields, but Ancient Pulse Armor for right now. There we go. So that would be a spinal mount bow. Perfect. And we would just run artillery, core, and stern. There we go. And then as far as our Titan goes, I don't think we can run any X-size weapons on this, correct? Correct. Okay. Ooh, we should put a reactive armor on this. There we go. So that looks good. So that'll do some armor hardening, and we're going to want to get some shield hardening eventually, but we're going to need to get all of these upgraded. There we go. Now, as far as this goes, I don't know, it seems quasi-bugged. Hopefully it'll just kind of go away on its own, maybe when another event pops. That would be ideal. That would definitely be ideal. But for now, we're just going to try to ignore it, and we'll work towards finding a way to get rid of this a little later on. Hopefully it'll just go away with a proper game restart. Okay, so climate restoration
System survey
here.
complete.
Destroyer scale space fauna cloning. Mutation slots. Fleet command limit, though. That we're going to go for.
Ships upgraded.
So that looks good. Most of our ships are upgraded now.
Ships upgraded.
Now all of our ships are upgraded. Fantastic. So we're now at about 90k. It's not amazing in terms of our fleet strength. So that is absolutely something to be concerned about. Cool. So we do have this orbital dock here that we can upgrade to an orbital ring tier 3, which we would be delighted to do. We'll put in an orbital anchorage, and Figazar Prime is a forge world, so the obvious choice here is that we would put in an alloy processing facility. And honestly, we would do that first, before the orbital ring upgrade. So something along the lines of that. Looks excellent. So at this point,
complete.
we are full on our astral threads. We have 20 days. Okay. Epterbon just finished up over here. We cannot upgrade that due to lack of
Construction
planetary
complete.
capital. Seems good.
Handshake protocols activated.
Okay. Establish an embassy. Yes, we agree to establish embassies. The Wave Skimmer 3 is idle up in Azeroth, and this appears to still be stuck on. That is very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate indeed. Okay, well, we want to come down to, let's see, where were we? We were in Cu Prime, right? And we were in Talon, and we can head to Escaminza. So we can start building ourselves a megastructure orbital ring around Escaminza Prime. Beautiful. So we'll get that going, and I'm very distracted by this. I need to just move on. Ooh, look at this. We have an engagement going on down here in Adar. So this is not going to go well for our allies. They've done some damage, but it's not a lot. Where's the rest of the Urzuku regulator fleets? They've got one here. Where's the third one? Did our allies eliminate the third fleet? Maybe. I'd be surprised. Maybe it's just not visible right now. So that's a 400k fleet, that's a 500k fleet, and there should be the third fleet up here. Yeah, 500k there as well. Okay, so that is absolutely noted. I mean, our allies are losing this battle, no doubt about that, but they did a little damage there at least. Oh, don't go in here. That's a bad idea. That is a really bad idea. Do not do that. Okay, so the next construction ship that is going to come free is going to be the Wave Skimmer 2, probably, at this point. That said, this orbital ring might finish first. Maybe. Did we already do Talon Secundus? We're working on it now. We already did Talon Prime. Okay, noted. So that looks good. No problem there for the moment. I really do want to finish up our Science Nexus in Euchromia. So that's going to be 97%, and we can only build or upgrade one megastructure at a time. And we are 21 months away from getting the Sentry Array. However, the real thing that we want at this point is the Strategic Coordination Center. That is going to be a big deal for us. So that is absolutely what we want to build next. I do not want to upgrade our Science Nexus site beyond what we have here, just because of timing. So the Science Nexus site is going to finish here, and then we're going to head down to Vestalis, and somewhere down here, we have a habitat here. Never mind, let's head to, like, Ojlars. Okay, the future is indeed ours, and I want to come down over here and build the Strategic Coordination Center site. So that is the goal right now, and of course here, with the Science Nexus site, we can only build or upgrade one megastructure at a time. And that is absolutely understood. This is not currently getting us anything, but the Strategic Coordination Center, now that the war in heaven has broken out, is a higher priority. Just in case. Just in case. So that looks good for the moment. The Science Nexus site will eventually be dealt with. Construction on the gateway and terminal egress is done, so that is fantastic. We're really, really glad to see that. And we're just going to be banking alloys for the time being. That is absolutely something that we need. We should definitely turn on our Physics Insight and Astral Boost. There we go. And I want to check in on how we're doing on our tech. 19 months on the Sentry Array, 145 on the Colossal Assembly Yards. Yeah, that's going to be a while. And 35 months on that plus 20 Fleet Command limit. Okay, so the Fleet Command limit will help us tremendously. No doubt about that. You can see that our current fleet design is definitely not ideal. We do need some extra fleet design here. So that'll be absolutely fine. Let's check to see how we're doing on jobs as of right now. Okay, this agri-world requires a job, and that of course means that we're going to put in a hydroponics farm. We produce so much food there, it's insane. Okay, so checking in down this way, we can see they've got about 1.3 million here, but I still do not see that third fleet. I'm wondering if the galaxy managed to eliminate that fleet. Would definitely be interesting if they did. I only see 2 fleets up here now, too. Oh, there's the third. Okay. So, yeah, that's reasonably expected. Okay. So that is all absolutely fine for now. The crafty cuttlefish is idle in Talon. And, of course, the next location that we want to go is going to be... let's see here. We are working our way down here. It would be Satatoni. Okay. So we'd come into Satatoni Prime and build an orbital ring right there. Perfect. So that'll be fine, and we probably are going to need an upgrade here. Yeah, and we've got this going on too. So we can put in an orbital anchorage here. This is an agri-world. So we absolutely put in a climate optimization station. And then on Talon Secundus, I'm going to put in a pair of orbital anchorages, and then I'm going to upgrade it to orbital ring tier 2. So that all looks good for now. We're keeping pretty on top of our orbital rings. I'm quite pleased with how our influence is holding out for that. That seems very, very good. The real problem at this point is our military power, right? We are not in a position to be able to take on the Awakened Empires single-handedly. Ah, there's that third fleet. Okay. They just disappeared over here through this gateway. Okay. So this orbital ring is apparently still working. Yeah, that's what we wanted. I don't know why it said it was complete, but whatever. I guess that's fine. And the Azeroth station is going to need further upgrading shortly. So that is absolutely understood. But yeah, we're not really in a position where we can take on a single one of these fleets. We will get there, but we're not there yet. So for the moment, we're just chilling. And once we are there, we'll launch attacks. And we'll work on that, for sure. So this agri-world here, we could definitely upgrade our planetary administration. And we are delighted to do so. That is always a very, very good thing to do. We just finished up in Azeroth, so we want to upgrade that immediately. Absolutely top priority on that. The next upgrade that is going to finish is the orbital ring in Korok, and that's understood. Our next Federation level has been unlocked. Cool. We're getting a lot of cohesion here, and that is not at all shocking. So economy, huh? We're number 4 in the Federation. Sure, seems fine. We've got a lot of ramp up to do yet, and we absolutely will get there. Cool. So checking through here, not a whole lot to be done on our buildings right now. So this is definitely the next thing that's going to be finished. So after Korok, where are we going next? So we've done Satatoni, and Nozaxa would be the next location. So after we're done here, I want to immediately come and queue up a megastructure orbital ring for Nozaxa Prime. There we go. We do have enough influence to get that done, so that seems good. Oshalar's has completed its queue, but we can't upgrade that further, so that seems fine for now. And we did just finish up the Talon starbase. So next up, we cannot upgrade this because we don't have the capital complex. That's fine. What is Talon Prime? This is a generator / agro world. Okay, we're going to go with stratospheric ionization elements. There we go. Stratospheric, I should say. And that seems fine for now. More refugees are showing up, and that is good. And eventually, hopefully the galaxy will group together their forces and actually fight these guys. They're not really grouping together very well at all. But we'll see if that ends up changing. How long at this point on our fleet command limit? 27 months still? Okay. The Strategic Coordination Center is absolutely going to be the top priority here. That's only 11% done, and that's going to take a while. That's not going to be a this episode thing, I don't believe. So that's fine, but it's definitely not ideal. Our construction ships are going to be idle for a while here, or not really idle, but they're not going to require additional orders for a while. We can't upgrade this, but we can put in a pair of orbital anchorages, which I'm going to be delighted to do. And we still need to work our way through a bunch of these defensive stations, right? So that is definitely a concern. So we've got like the Waga station here. Right. That's a relatively high priority. We could build up defensive platforms here, but I do want to be building up our alloys for the moment. That is a lot of fleets in this area. Okay, so they are actually starting to strike over here against the Nebaritan arbitrators. That looks good. They've grouped up, and they're doing that. They're not grouping up down here, and the Urzuku regulators are the larger threat to us. So we may have to take responsibility for dealing with the Urzuku regulators. As of right now, we're not interested in doing that because we just don't have the fleet power, but we could get it. To that end, I'm going to queue up another Titan here. If we can. No, we can only support 3 Titan-sized ships. Okay, I'm going to queue up 4 Wave Hunter-class battleships then. They're going to take a while to build, but we're going to get those built. So this is going to get us a 4th fleet eventually. We're not quite to the point of being able to support that, but we'll definitely get there. We're looking to get that 4th Titan capacity, but 20% of our naval capacity is transferred to our Federation, so that is absolutely something to be concerned about. Okay, so at this point, we just need to keep on top of jobs, but there's no real problem there, so that seems absolutely fine. And we're just waiting on orbital rings to build. Yeah. No issue whatsoever. Our influence is currently going up by a pretty wide amount, to the point where I'm thinking about getting another construction ship. I'm gonna do it. So that'll be fine. That construction ship is going to need to go to... We just did Nozaxa, so it's going to need to go to Nemean, up over here. That seems fine. We'll have that out very, very shortly. Yeah, that's already 60% built. So that looks fantastic, and we're going to head up to Nemean immediately. Any moment now. There he is. Okay, so we're going to head up to Nemean here. There are 2 here. So we can build our orbital ring around Nemean Prime and Nemean Secundus, and that'll eat up all of that influence that we banked up. It'll take us some time to get there, and it'll take us some time to build both of those, but that should be absolutely fine. Okay, so the battleships are over a third done. That's looking good. We are going to need to continually increase our naval cap. There's no doubt about that. And I want to get that Titan built eventually. This is a generator world. I don't know about that. I feel like this is really actually a forge world. So we're going to do that, and that of course means that we want to put in an alloy foundry and eventually a civilian industry. But we're going to need housing first, so an industrial district is the way that that's going to go. Cool. So that looks fine for the moment. What else do we have here? This mining world needing housing? Sure, a mining district will provide that for the moment. Excellent. And that all looks fine. Cool. So we are staying on top of our buildings, continuing to develop our economy here. We're investing heavily in our economy still, despite all of this nonsense going on over here. So 6,400, these have lost some of their strength. That's definitely noted. And this up here, that's a lot. Noted. Okay, the Neberidan arbitrators have arrived at an L gate. The terminal egress station is not ideal right now. Okay, so I want to buy in some alloys, and I'm going to sell some minerals. We're going to dump all of our energy credits right now. This is incredibly expensive. But we're going to then sell some of this off, and that'll be good for now. Okay. Now, here in Terminal Egress, I want to build up more Fire Coral class defense platforms. There we go. We'll get all of that going, and that'll be fine. So we just dumped all of that into Fire Coral class defense platforms in Terminal Egress. And then I want these guys to move up to defend Terminal Egress. So they're going to enter orbit of this station. It's not going to take them long to get there, but we want to make sure that the arbitrators over here in Blorg's Bane do not move through this L gate and attack us there, which is exactly where they're going. So this is 603k. Noted. That's going to be difficult for us to defend. These are mostly battle cruisers. They're running Strikecraft, Giga Cannon, Gamma Lasers, Gauss Cannons. They do have shield hardeners, large dark matter deflectors. Okay, so they're a pretty even mix of shields and armor. That is absolutely noted, and we're going to head out to defend that. We will arrive currently in 45 days. Feels like that's really, really long. We've got this Hypercane. Currently, it's a gravity storm, and that is removing not much. Okay, so we're heading up there. They have attacked somewhere. No, they have not. They immediately left. Hang on. They went through the L gate to a different L gate. Okay, so they didn't actually attack us there. But where did they go? I don't know. Is this them? Yes, I think this is them. Definitely. Okay, that's good for us. That's very, very good that they did not end up actually doing that. They didn't end up attacking us there. So we're not really ready to defend that yet, but we would have made a go at it, for sure. We would have boosted these up a decent amount with our edicts, but I'm glad it wasn't necessary. So for now, we can certainly grab something like, these are all repeatable text here. We can grab something like Hyperdrive Biointegration. Sure, that'll finish up nice and quick. So that seems fine for the moment. We do have these extra battleships going to finish up fairly soon, so that is certainly noted. I want to queue up an additional set of cruisers here, but we don't actually have the alloys for it, so we're going to be, high pause menu, we're going to be banking the alloys for right now. That is the idea. Okay, so we've got all of these civilian ships building away. That looks good. And we're going to get these battleships built up soon enough. So a naval logistics office and an orbital anchorage over here. That seems good. Yeah, not too much else needing to be done right now on our orbital rings, but we will get there. So up to 80% construction on those new battleships. So that sounds wonderful. And yeah, we're still
Construction
sitting around 90k on these fleets. I would prefer that to be higher for sure. No doubt about that. And the CU Starbase finished, that's fine. This is just optimizing our climate for our food production. Seems wonderful. Cool. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode... Wait a second. This stopped flashing. At long last. Okay, beautiful. I'm very glad about that. So with that no longer flashing, I'm going to put a cut in here, and next episode, we're going to see if these guys are successful at defeating the Nebaritan Arbitrators. And if they are, that's great. That's really, really, really good for us. We'll see if that happens. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy Magar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Hero Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.